Hi there, it's Clary Berry here. It's way too late for us to be making a video right now, but we kind of are in the habit of eating really late. Right now we are sit down and eat. We are finishing up our second meal, our dinner here, of a nice low fat, there's no overt fats in here, low salt, relatively low salt pasta here. Yeah, this pasta sauce could be lower in salt, so it's not probably really truly 80-10-10 friendly, but anyway, this is like our second bowl of this. We pretty much split about 2 boxes of brown rice pasta and just have the sauce on top. So what else did we eat today, guys? We had veggie bites after school. Just
Pizza.
give them a sample of kind of what you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna do a little interview, and they're just gonna kind of let you know how they feel about me going this fruitarian type of 80-10-10 vegan lifestyle. And
it's yummy.
I haven't asked you any questions yet. Okay, so what did you guys tell me? What you guys ate for breakfast?
Cereal.
They had 2 breakfasts today, so tell us what you ate at home first.
Cereal.
It's a rice puffs with, what is that, cashew milk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I had some almonds.
They have a stash of almonds, and you just carry it around with you, right, for backup in your backpack, and that way if we're ever going in between practices, they have it. Keep on eating. We do need to go to bed sometime soon. Okay, so you ate some nuts, and then you went to school, and they actually get lunch at school as well, which I'm fine with them eating what they want. Tell us.
You mean breakfast?
Yeah,
Cereal.
yeah. Sorry.
I got some more cereal.
More cereal.
Cow milk.
Cow's milk.
Cereal, 2% cow.
So you're not totally vegan.
Oranges.
Does your mom try to push you to go vegan? Tell you not to drink any cow's milk at all?
No.
No, she's okay with
Soda.
it?
Yeah.
No, you're right. She doesn't. Okay, so you had some cow's milk at school, 2%. What else?
Oranges.
An orange.
Cinnamon toast.
Didn't you say you had a banana?
Banana.
Cinnamon toast.
Okay.
That's all I had.
Did you have a snack in the middle?
No.
An apple?
No.
You said you had an apple?
That was
No, that was
Oh,
was
okay.
in breakfast at our house.
Oh, okay. Okay, so tell me about lunch.
I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a cheese stick.
Why did you choose that instead of what was for meat?
Chicken nuggets and
chicken
mini
nuggets
corn
and mini-
dogs.
No, you guys used to like the chicken nuggets.
They taste disgusting now.
First of all,
They taste disgusting
The
now.
last
When
time
did that happen? Hold on, one at a time. When did that happen?
My taste bud changed.
You didn't really tell me that. So you tried them one day and you just,
Yeah.
could you eat it? I mean, how long do you think, I've been vegan for,
Like 5 weeks.
kind of. We've been going there.
2 months.
Well, we started going vegetarian probably in April, and then so we went more vegan towards the end of the year. So it's been a steady, decline on the meats. But you say it was about a month ago, before Christmas or after Christmas that you stopped eating chicken at school.
Well,
Like a month before.
at school on the last day, I only eat the chicken nuggets with the gravy and mashed potatoes and barbecue sauce. They don't really, but they changed the gravy and it tastes really bad. And I threw up the last time I tried it. And yeah, I only liked it with that.
So because you don't want to eat the gravy, you don't have the chicken nuggets anymore.
Yeah.
So you're a little bit different. Okay. What about the other foods that?
Then I got water. Then I got some salad. It had.
You don't need to tell every single little thing.
Okay.
Salad with ranch and yada yada yada. You had some fruit for a snack, and then this for dinner.
Then I had, part of lunch. I still had red peppers.
Okay.
Quick.
Do you need some more? No. Okay. I want to talk about other school lunches. What do you like and not like? Do you still eat meat at school at all?
No.
You like the jammer sticks now?
Sorta.
So your
I like the
taste
cheeseburger still.
I
you
only
still
eat,
eat. Calm down.
The only thing I eat meat at school is pretty much the pizza.
And you used to be the hot dog. You used to really like hot dogs,
Yeah, I
right?
don't like them now.
Can't even eat them. And this is probably your mom's talked a lot of smack on hot dogs, right?
Yeah.
Does that affect you, or do you think it's really just your tastes?
Taste.
Okay, yeah, because you still ate them after I. What about you? You still eat a lot of meat at school,
No. I only eat
Pizza.
hamburgers and pizza.
so you've cut down a lot. Because
Yeah.
you used to eat a lot, like lasagna. You used to eat.
No, our school.
Now, what about?
To me, it tastes bad.
Okay, what about when you go to your grandma's house though? She's very.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
She puts a lot of oil still and butter all over her pasta.
No, she don't.
No butter.
Only oil.
Just oil.
Only oil.
Oil on the pasta, and then she makes good meatballs. So you still love those, right? You're not like you're not completely vegetarian, right?
I'm a half of
Yeah,
vegetarian.
yeah.
Half of it. So you're we eat vegetarian throughout the week, and some weekends you may go eat. So tell me this:
Yes, we
whose
do.
pasta is better?
Um,
I'm just kidding. That wasn't my
I
question.
can't answer that.
Yeah,
That hurt someone's feelings.
probably mine. No. So do you miss? Okay, let me go back to when I used to make meals that had meat in them. Do you remember any of the meals that you liked that I made?
Steak.
But anything, I didn't make that very often. Do you remember anything that I used to make on a regular basis, like that you
Chicken
miss?
nuggets.
No.
Those were fake.
They were like mushrooms.
Do you miss those though? You miss the fake chicken
Oh,
nuggets?
yeah.
Because those have eggs in them, so that's why I don't buy those anymore. The corn
To
brand.
me, they taste
But you
bad.
haven't been asking me for any of these things. You haven't been saying, "Oh, I miss these things."
I didn't really like.
I like to get ice cream at Burger King.
Yeah, okay, so you
yeah,
miss
yeah,
that.
Yeah, ice cream at Burger King.
Yeah, I do kind of miss that sometimes
BK.
when I'm driving by Burger King. But we need to get some good vegan ice cream. Okay, so what else?
Yeah.
Anything else that you really miss that I
Popsicles?
made or that we used to
No.
Steak.
eat? You already said that.
Pizza. You made
Okay.
the best pizza.
Okay. So what are your favorite meals now that we've been eating lately?
Pasta. Pizza.
Now, are you guys hungry all the time? Like whenever are you
yeah,
more?
Yeah.
Calm down and listen to my questions, or we're gonna be done. Do you really feel like you're just starving all the time and that you're not getting enough food?
No.
Yeah.
You always feel like that, though, right?
Yeah.
He felt you. Is it the same or more than you used to?
More.
You're more hungrier now.
I can fit a lot more in my stomach.
That's because
You
your
can fit a lot
stomach
more
is
in your
bigger.
stomach. Well, that makes perfect sense because there's less fat in there. Now, but do you crave certain things? Like, do you feel like
Pickles, onions, garlic.
no? Listen, you've always craved those things. I'm talking about like a change.
No.
French
Like
fries.
now that you're not eating
French
milk.
fries.
Okay,
French
first of
fries.
all, let me ask you this. There's real milk in the fridge, and it's not ours.
Not.
Sometimes I have offered you some.
I don't like it.
You used to like it though.
50-50.
Now you don't, but you haven't asked me for it. You never say anything about it. And even I'll offer it
Yes.
and I'll say, and you don't drink milk at school, really.
No. Only get
You,
water.
they offer it to you. Why is that?
I don't know the school. The school's milk tastes bad, and usually the times when I do get milk, it's like rotten and stuff.
Ew, gross.
So I just have to throw it away.
That's disgusting. So, what about you? If I offered you milk, you would drink it? Because I've offered it to you, and you guys are like, eh.
Yeah, sometimes. If I
God.
feel like
Does it taste the same? Have you had some? What about Yaya Linda's? You said her milk tasted weird.
Yummy.
No, you still drink her milk?
Yeah.
Okay.
It
And
tastes
she gets good
different.
organic milk, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can taste the difference between organic.
And non-organic.
Do you guys like salad?
Yes.
Do you like kale?
I like
Yes.
fruit salad. I
You
like
do?
regular salad.
I like every type of salad.
I used to like
Except
chicken
meat
salad.
salad.
Just a little bit, though, right?
No.
A bunch.
You can eat a big salad.
Big.
I'm not telling them what to say, I swear. What's your favorite fruits? Now that we're eating a lot of fruits, do you like that?
Yeah.
Do you like,
Pineapple.
but
No,
wait.
watermelon.
Watermelon.
Okay, listen. If we're home on the weekends and you guys only have one breakfast and the times when I told you just to eat fruit for breakfast, like last week before basketball, just eat a bunch of bananas. How does that make you feel?
It'd be gone.
How many bananas would you eat?
God, like
30.
15.
For real. I'm not saying would you, but
15.
like on last Saturday before basketball, how many bananas did you eat before school?
15.
20.
You guys are not
No, just
listening.
kidding.
I actually ate 10.
No, before basketball, you only had a few, right?
I had 7.
Yeah. Wait, before
I had
our
5.
game?
Before your game this Saturday.
I had 5.
You had 5 bananas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had like 10.
Anything else?
No.
How do you feel after?
Kiwi.
Yeah. How do you feel after eating like that?
I feel hungry.
Fine.
You're still hungry. Maybe you should eat some more.
Jeez.
What about your farting? You have a farting problem, don't you?
Yeah.
No.
Not anymore?
I never did.
Do you need some more pasta? Dude, come on. Be honest. This is an honest video. You need to be honest.
Woo! I never fart.
You used to have a farting problem big time.
Yep.
I would
True.
fart.
True.
Okay, let me talk to this guy about his farting. Tell me about this guy's farting.
Smells disgusting and farts in his sleep.
Okay, have you noticed that his farts are less now?
Nope. He farts in my face when I'm sleeping.
They're just trying to be funny. He
No,
used to fart
seriously,
every
that
meal and every car ride, and they were disgusting. And now I never see him fart anymore. I never hear him. I never smell it.
That's why he does it in our room.
Well,
I just did.
you may be farting the same amount, but it doesn't smell. I'm telling you. As you guys aren't helping me. So,
Okay, what?
do you feel? How else do you feel now that we're eating this way? What else do you think about it?
Need pineapple.
Okay.
Need watermelon.
That too.
Do you feel like you're getting weaker?
No. Stronger
No.
and
Increased
fatter.
and
You
strong.
feel fat. What about your growing? Since we've been eating
I
vegetarian,
grew an inch.
you grew. What about your shoe size?
I'm 5
I
foot.
went up 2 shoe sizes.
I'm 5 foot.
When were you 5'11" or 4'11"?
I was 4'11" in December.
Like a month ago, right?
Yeah.
And then so you grew 1 inch in like 1 month.
Yeah.
And when did you get those shoes?
Which shoes?
The shoes that you can't wear anymore.
There's 2 shoes. Which ones?
Well, just explain it to the people who don't know what we're talking about. Your yaya probably got you those shoes at least after the start of school. Well,
I never-
September or later, right?
Yeah.
So by now you're already out of them,
Yeah.
and
And I never wore them since like Christmas, around Christmas.
Order to the
what about you? All of those jeans you were telling me about.
I grew out of them. I'm too tall now.
You just got a bunch of new pants
don't fit me
for the
though.
fall for school, right? We got brand new pants. They were all perfect size, and then what happened?
I outgrew them.
You outgrew them.
Well,
So,
most of them.
do you feel like you're growing more? Get them off the table.
I feel like
He's
I'm
not-
growing 3 inches a day.
Now, one thing I want to talk about real fast. I was really, I've been, wondering about their intake of certain nutrients, specifically ever since we went more vegetarian. Tell us what your grandpa used to do. Your grandpa Mark, Papa
What
Mark.
he said?
Smoothies.
No, what is he? What is his job?
Oh, chiropractor.
He's a chiropractor, and what do you remember what he's telling you guys telling me to make you guys eat all the time?
Kale.
Well, protein. He's been bothering me at every single basketball. You don't hear it because you're playing on the court. He's been really drilling me about the protein, and I asked him straight up. I said, "Do you know how much protein these kids are supposed to get? Do you believe they're supposed to get more than the amount?" And I believe when I looked it up for your size, it was about 45 grams. For me, it's only about 55 grams when you look it up, and so for you, it's probably a little bit less. Now, you pretty much told everybody what you ate today. You ate no meat today, right?
Yep.
Nope.
Except cheese. That's not really meat though.
Would you have cheese? I didn't put any cheese on there.
Cheese stick? This
Oh, I didn't even put the
At
cheese
lunch?
stick on there.
at lunch.
Oh, yeah.
Holy
add
cow.
it, add it.
But I need to
No, I'm not adding it right now. So
I'll
we're
eat
just
it.
we're just gonna show that is extra because that's
I
another
only
like
ate
7
like
grams of
1 bite
protein.
of it, though.
No.
Why?
It'd probably be 100% on all those bars down there.
No. Okay, so you ate a totally vegetarian diet. You had basically dairy is the only thing that was non-vegan that you had today that came from animals at all. You had no butter that you know of.
Yeah.
They don't put butter on the PB&J. So, and you had ranch. You had ranch. Do what?
You ate your shoes.
Stop. We're not talking about that right now.
Oh my
So,
God.
and you guys didn't tell you had a couple bananas and lots of water. Okay. And they did take some supplements. So basically, you guys ate 2,769 calories today. Your protein was at 75.4 grams. So that is 198% protein for the day. Carbs were not cool. Your carbs were 431. So still, I mean, when you're eating almost 3,000 calories, you're going to have over on everything according to Chronometer. But I thought what was interesting, and even before they took their little supplements, they were still at what, 94, 95%. Your supplements only brought you up amazingly 1% here. But so I want to just tell everybody they're having 60% carbs, about 30% fats, and 10% protein. So this is pretty good, and that's pretty average, you know, for what a kid and what anybody's supposed to have, about 30% according to, you know, standard American stuff. Okay, so 40 grams of fiber, and the good fats were way up there too. I mean, 1.7 grams of omega-3s, that's wonderful. And so basically, the only things you're lacking in, like supposedly lacking, is cholesterol. But basically, I was really, really surprised because, you know,
this is for grown-ups.
Yeah, this is for grown-ups. This is on Chronometer, just on a regular thing. So they're probably hitting, you know, a lot of their. Yeah, and then get the popsicles out too. We're gonna add some popsicles on here too.
Popsicles!
So basically, my point of making this video, well, I wanted to see how they, you know, reacted and what their. Have you guys been eating vegetables your whole entire life?
Yep.
Yeah.
And have you ever like hated them, or?
Nope.
Is there a vegetable that you don't like?
Yeah. Let me think about it.
Mom, you want one?
Yes, please.
I never tried a ghost pepper.
What's your favorite vegetable?
Jalapeno.
What's your favorite vegetable?
Probably. What was it?
Or a couple of them.
Probably
Asparagus.
asparagus. Yeah, asparagus.
What about fruits? Favorite fruit?
Watermelon.
Watermelon, pineapple. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, obviously, one of my tricks with the kids is to get them to eat their vegetables was always, and this may not be the best food combining, but I find with kids that, you know, their stomachs are so strong that it doesn't really matter. Whenever they're starving and they're really hungry, you know, make sure and put out the vegetables first so that, you know, if they're starving, that's what they're going to eat. And so they'll get their vegetables in, and then you can give them the rest of the foods to fill them up.
Now I know
So
your trick.
that was one of my tricks for a really long time, and just giving you guys a good variety and starting it early. And how often, I mean, did we even go to fast food even when we, you know?
A lot.
Well, we had our times with fast food, but we would always eat healthy at home and then go out. So you weren't eating like French fries every night for your only vegetable that you ever knew, right? So keep the variety going. And does your mom make you eat your vegetables and stuff?
We already said that. No.
I never like forced you to eat all your food.
Sort
You
of.
used to.
Yeah.
But not anymore.
So, but back when I used to cook other meals, did you like them? It seems like you eat more of my meals now.
Like in
I
the
don't like
vegetarian
them.
diet, or
Or both, like whatever.
No,
in
I
the
didn't
meaty
like
diet,
that
I liked it, and then the vegetarian diet, not so much.
What do you remember that you didn't like?
He never liked the what was it?
I never liked the cheesy green mushy stuff. It was like green oatmeal, except it didn't have the oats in it.
The rice, the green.
I just remember making all the pastas that I would make. I would try to make some kind of whole wheat pastas, and you guys would just be like, ew, I don't like
It was
this.
squishy. It was bouncy, like Jello.
Yeah, the corn pastas
But,
and the rice pastas are
what
better
was
than
it?
the whole wheat.
That stuff.
Which is kind of weird.
There's like that type of pasta. Starts with a Q, I think.
quinoa?
Yeah, he never liked that quinoa stuff.
Oh, we're still gonna have that.
Oh.
But yeah, so they've always been into this. But basically, I just think it's really, really amazing that they're way up there, on the higher level of fats, 30% of fats, even though they were eating all completely vegetarian and even almost vegan. And also, their fats were at 30%, even though they're having a dinner with basically no fat. So, and tell me about, like, we were just talking about your friends, like, what do they eat? What does your friend eat all day? Quickly.
He eats bacon, eggs, and pancakes for breakfast, always with Karo syrup, and then for lunch he always gets like the meat and stuff, like chicken nuggets or the hamburgers, and he only gets like one vegetable, like one piece of celery or something, like, or red
Any
pepper.
fruits?
People these days are like carnivores.
And then for dinner he always has like a T-bone steak or like
Does that make you jealous?
meat.
We're
How does that make you feel? Okay, so my point is we'll probably do this on another video or something, but just kind of compare what the standard American diet for kids and adults is going to be, because if they're hitting 30% fats and 2,769 calories on a low fat, pretty vegan diet, I really am scared to find out what these kids are eating on the SAD diet, on the standard American diet. So we will keep up with you guys. We are charting your growth, so we're going to find out. Do you think you're going to stop growing on this diet?
No way.
No? You think you're going to be all right? What about sickness? Oh my gosh. We totally forgot. Do you guys get sick very often?
Never.
No.
You threw up? You just said you threw up.
It was for the
Gravy.
bad gravy jump.
How many days were you sick?
Less than a day.
Yeah,
Pretty much
less than a
2.
day. You were sick for 1 day. So what about missing school? Do you guys usually get good attendance?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You usually have perfect attendance every year?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been to the hospital?
No.
Do you get like ear infections?
No.
He used to.
No, it was like barely anything.
No, he had to have earplugs
No, it didn't.
when he went swimming.
Oh, so you had like swimmer's ear. That's different.
No,
different.
no,
I'm talking
I
about like a
didn't.
chronic, like go to the hospital. What about high fevers? Around Halloween
I
time?
only got it like once in my whole life.
What about other kids
What's
at
a high
school?
fever?
How do you feel about your health in comparison to other kids at school?
Parker?
Everyone's
My friend
complaining
Parker
about
Robin-
One at a time.
My friend Parker Robinson, he gets sick a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
My friends are
Either
all
like fevers or colds and stuff, and I'm like,
What about other kids in your class?
sick every once in a while.
Yeah.
kids in my class are like always complaining about, like, I had a temperature of like 100 and like 10.
They'd be dead probably. So, and you said one time everybody had, when cold season came around, everybody was
I remember
sickly.
one day there was only 3 people in class because everyone else was sick.
Are you kidding?
I know that happened in kindergarten, but there was only 2 people. Everyone was sick. It was on the last day. We were throwing a big party, and me and my friend, we were the only ones there.
What about, oh my gosh, what was I going to say? What about getting shots? Are you guys sad that you don't get shots?
Heck no.
I think
People
they're
say
painful.
painful. That's
Do most of your friends get shots, do you think?
Yes,
Every
yes.
single one.
Parker,
Do you think that has anything to do with it, or do you think it's all the food?
I think it's food.
You think it's food? What about having your wieners cut off? How do you feel about that? Are you mad that I
You're
did?
freaky.
No comment. Okay, go to bed.
No, I want to go to bed.
They did not want to be caught on camera. I probably should have thought about that. Anyways, hope none of your friends see this.
You're mean.
No, I'm not asking if you want to have it cut off. I'm saying, are you glad you didn't have them cut off?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Dumb question.
Do you want part of your wiener cut off?
No. He does. No.
Okay, so I think we had a little bit too much fun with that, but You can see I'm just amazed. I was floored. That's why we had to make this video right away, because I started thinking about it, and I've been worried about, you know, calcium. I've been trying to tell them to, you know, drink their milk and everything, and you know, trying to kind of calculate protein in my head. And I've done this in the past, and I've kind of still been a little bit worried, just, you know, calculating what you think the protein is. But it's different from when you actually go in and see what you're actually eating, because you forget that apples have protein, bananas have protein, kale has protein, even oranges. All this stuff is adding to your protein level, whether you know it or not. So, do you feel like you guys are eating way too much? Eating 3? That's you ate 7. Chronometer's telling me you ate 769 too many calories today. Do you feel like?
Who cares?
Who cares? Okay. So you don't feel like you're gonna get
tired.
That's because it's 9 o'clock at night, 9:20. So you don't feel like you're gonna get fat on this diet?
No.
Heck no!
Oh, tell me about your physical at school. Who can do the most? Can the meat eaters in the standard American diet, can they do more push-ups, pull-ups, etc.?
I'm about 5 ahead of the class in push-ups.
What about the ropes?
31.
Climbing the ropes?
I climbed all the way to
Wait,
the
so you're
top.
telling me you're the best at push-ups in the class and sit-ups? And how long is that? How many years has that been going on?
I'm
Forever.
the best runner.
Forever?
Ever since they started testing me.
What about the ropes?
Top.
I climbed the highest. Through kindergarten through first or second, they only let you climb about halfway or a quarter of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. Otto made me stop because I was too high.
It's too dangerous. But now what?
I climbed to the top. I touched the metal bars.
Can anybody else even get to the top?
No. A kid said he was going to get to the top and he only got like a quarter.
So the next highest person,
My friend Kane.
how high can he go?
He went 3/4 of the way. My friend Alex went like half the way.
What about average and most of the class?
Most of the
Halfway?
class had like 12, more like 27s.
27 what?
Most of the class only got a little, most of the girls in my class, they only got like less than half or more.
Look at Rocky's back there too.
They got
You
less,
can see his nose.
they have half or more. The girls got like at least half.
So they can go about half what you can. Okay, so there you guys have it. This is vegetarian children. You know, been mostly vegetarian for
Freak out.
most of last year. So, oh, hey there, Rocky. He's like, hey. Okay, so you guys like it? You approve? You okay with eating fruit for breakfast?
Yummy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it. Thanks for watching, guys.
We still need to show Rocky.
Please like. They've seen Rocky. Please like and comment and subscribe. I'm trying to get it down. Here you go, Rock. Get in there. There you are. Hi, Rock.
He's like,
Done.
Okay, so there you have it. Oh, that's my pasta. Okay, well, like I said, thanks for watching. If you have kids or if you don't have kids, just check what you're eating. I'm really worried about everybody who eats regular non-vegan, non-80-10-10 diets because I'm really worried. Like, I'm worried your guys' fats are sky high. I'm worried about extra protein. Some people think that it's not a big deal, but your cells do not actually run well when they're over protein. So they do run well when they have enough sleep, sugar, and something else. It's too late. I can't
he
think.
needs
Water. There you go.
Hold on.
This kid right here.
The vegan popsicles.
Vegan popsicles for the win. Yeah, when you put it that close, they can't see anything.
There.
No, you're.
All right, I'm turning this off.
This
Can you
is
guys
your-
say eat your
Josh?
fruit?
Eat
Go fruit yourself.
Eat your fruit, people.